This time on Hobby Journeys, we'll be looking at the Warhammer reveals for the Las Vegas Open with lots of tanks from Solar Auxilia.
Hello. Welcome to Hobby Journeys. So, during the week we had the Las Vegas Open, LVO, and that's it. There were some reveals by Games Workshop of some of the upcoming Warhammer stuff. So we thought we'd take a bit of a look and see what we think. So, jumping in first up, we have, for the Horus Heresy, we have the Solar Auxilia. So you'll be familiar with this because we've been looking at this from the Legions Imperialis. So, you know, obviously there's two ranges in that box, one for the Space Marines and one for the Legions Imperialis, who are sort of like the Horus Heresy Imperial Guard. But they've got Horus Heresy side miniatures. These are basically the same scale as Warhammer 40,000, so proper style miniatures. So let's have a look what we've got. We've got some tankies. What we've got is a
Leman Russ with a shovel.
We have, so this is a Leman Russ from back in the 30,000 sort of time. So this is the origins of your Leman Russ. I think the idea is meant to be a bit more ornate because this is sort of from a time a bit more before the whole dark millennium sort of time scale.
Why does it have a shield thing?
It's a bulldozer.
Oh.
So it's basically if there's anything that needs to clear out of its way, then it can do.
Also, why is the Leman Russ called the Leman Russ?
So Leman Russ is the Primarch of the Space Wolves. It's named after him. So we've got a box, big box full of, you got a couple of tanks in there. I think this is probably a troop transport one, I suppose, but
Looks like a tank.
Yeah, well, it is a tank, but I think it's for transporting the troops. But
like a safer version.
We'll have to see when we get to it. But yeah, so we've got some new infantry for them.
Flamethrower.
Yeah, what are you thinking of these guys? Are you liking them?
They're okay.
Yeah, what do you like?
I like the flamethrower on him.
Yeah, I think it's just a lasgun actually. I think that's the lasgun. I think it's just got a backpack as well. I quite like the Roman Legion sort of. I don't know what you call those.
I think it's more smart.
Brush on his head. Well, I think the Romans had them as well. But then we've got a few more all armed with their lasguns.
He's got a bayonet.
Yeah, I quite like the fact they've distinguished them quite nicely from the Imperial Guard. You know, I think you probably could turn them out for an Imperial Guard army in 40k though, to be honest.
These guys look like World War I soldiers.
You think? Yeah, well,
because they've got bayonets on that one. Go back. There's
he's got a bayonet to be fitted on, and that's his bayonet basically. Yeah, well, yeah, maybe. I think they're quite cool, these guys. I think they're all right. I'm not sure I'll go for them myself, but we've got some command models. So this guy is.
Don't think it tells you. I think it's just
Auxilia Troop Master, I think is what he is, with 4 capable veterans. So these are veteran soldiers, these guys. I like him, he's quite cool actually. I like that model. These are veteran soldiers who accompany their
new ones.
Their commander, the Auxilia Troop Master. But to transport them in, so this is a troop transport.
And it's got a little thing.
Yeah, this is the Dracosan armoured transport. I approve. I mean, I think this is really nice. Actually, I think this is quite cool. What do you think, Matthew?
It's okay.
Yeah, it's okay. What do you like about it?
I like the gun in the front.
Yeah,
and I like the tracks.
I like the fact it's a bit more ornate compared to, the new Imperial Guard stuff doesn't tend to be quite so fancy. There's quite a lot of detail around this, which I'm quite liking. I think that's purposeful.
If you got this into a battle report, would you be able to take troops out of it and like?
Yeah, the idea is that if you're playing the battle, then you can load troops inside it. This can carry 20 troopers can go inside this.
So you can move it quicker.
Yeah, exactly. So you can get them up the field, get them into place. Yeah, that's the idea.
Can you run people over with it?
Probably. I don't know. I haven't read the Horus Heresy rules, so.
Could you shoot the infantry with that?
Yes, so you could definitely shoot with that. Got some missiles on the side as well, a few other bits and pieces. Yeah, I quite like that. I think that's good.
Flamethrower on top.
Yeah, well, you got a range of, you got a choice of weapons there by the looks of it.
It's a bit weird that in over 10,000 years they literally didn't change the style of machine guns we use now.
Well, I think they try and harken them back to the weapons that we use. I think that they try, they're meant to be familiar in a lot of cases. I mean, with things like the Eldar and some of the other races, they try to make the weapons a bit more futuristic and so on. But I think when you come to the sort of Imperial Guard stuff or the Solar Auxilia, I think the idea is it's meant to be familiar in terms of the weaponry that we use. I think that's just...
That's literally a machine gun that we used in World War One, Two, and actually now.
Pretty much. That's pretty much what it is. Then we've got this boy. So
what is that?
It's a heavy sentinel. So
I don't like that.
You don't like it?
Looks like a knockoff Star Wars thing.
Well, the sentinels themselves do look a lot like an ACST.
But that one literally looks practically exactly like it. Same kind of missiles on the front. The gun position's different, but...
Yeah, well, it is very similar, but I like it. I think this is quite cool.
Why is his legs so short?
Why are they so short? They just are, I think, is the answer. I don't
put
know.
all these skill points into heaviness.
I think he's a big heavy one, so the legs are a bit more sort of crunched to the ground. He's a bit, it's just a stylistic choice, I guess. Though
put all these body points into heaviness instead of legs.
Yeah, well, it is a heavy sentinel. That is what it's termed as. So you're not a massive fan of this guy, then?
It's okay.
It's okay. Good, okay. Choice of weapons. So again, you've got a choice of weapons. I quite like this one. I think that's.
That's the one I don't like.
What's the? Volkite. That's what that'll be.
That's the one I don't like. I like that one.
Okay. The las cannon. Oh no, autocannon. That one is. I think that's what it is. Maybe it's a las cannon. I don't know. One, two. But then we've got some Leman Russ tanks.
Leman Russ.
These are a little bit more ornate than because you got yourself a Leman Russ the other week, didn't you? These are a bit more of a slightly different design, a little bit different. I really like this. I'm liking this. It's a little bit different to the current race. It's got some choices of cannons as well. So we've got a few bigger guns built onto it.
I prefer that one.
You like this one? Well, we haven't looked at the choices. So you got this big
I still prefer the other one.
thing. Last cannons, I think.
Still prefer the other one.
Or they may be last cannons actually, the ones at the bottom.
I still prefer the other one.
Yeah, and autocannons. Okay, so you like this big... This is fairly standard, but I think it's a battle cannon, that one. I think that's the battle cannon.
Because it kind of makes more sense, because these don't look... these ones down here don't look like very heavy things that would do much damage to another tank.
You do get two of them, though. You know?
Yeah, true. Yeah, still, though.
Yeah,
it wouldn't do as much damage as...
So you liking this battle cannon?
And also there's a flamethrower on there which couldn't do damage to infantry well enough.
I'll be honest, I'm inclined to agree. I quite like that. You do have the hull mounted cannon. You got last cannon by looks as well.
Yeah, well then you got flamethrower, last cannon, and that.
Yeah.
Why would you need the ones down there when you've got that?
I do like this. I think it's a good model. I'm into this. Then what we've got here, we've got elite troops. So these are your elite troops. I like these as well. I like those guns. They're cool. What are they? Volkite calivers. I like these guys. These guys are cool. I might get some of these. I like these. Do you like these guys, Matthew?
They're pretty good.
These are your sort of heavy infantry, basically. So these are your elites. So not your run-of-the-mill Solar Auxilia troops. These are your elite troops. So yeah. So you quite like those, do you? Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Then we've got some variations on the Leman Russ. We've got the Leman Russ assault tank, different turret options. He's basically got a bit of a heavier cannon. Not a fan. Not a fan. No. I like this because it's quite similar to the Leman Russ demolisher that you can get for 40k.
Which cannon does my Leman Russ have? Or does it have all options?
Battle cannon.
Oh, good. So the one I wanted.
Yeah. It does, yeah. But this comes with some options. You got the Volkite. I like the Volkite.
Not that one.
The plasma cannon. Yeah, well,
don't like that.
Yeah, and then he's got this gun up top. Yeah, I like it. I think it's alright. It's definitely it's. I think that's cool. I prefer the normal Leman Russ. I think the normal Leman Russ is probably where I would be going to, but. you know, if I was going to put a big force together, I could quite happily a couple of Leman Russes and then one of these Leman Russ assault tanks. That'd be all right, wouldn't it?
I like that one.
This is a Malcador. So this is a bigger. It's not a Leman Russ. This is a bigger tank, longer.
I do like it though.
Yeah, I like this boy. It's a good tank. This one, side-mounted heavy bolters. You know,
that is literally a World War One tank.
Yeah.
Things on the side.
Yeah.
Turret on top. Opening on top.
Yeah. So you got a load of weapon choices again. So you know, some of the weapons are hull mounted, so you can fit some in the hull of it. You know, some
I
on top.
would probably go down.
Yeah.
That one in the hole, maybe that one.
So you think is that the autocannon? I think that is. I do quite like this. I think that's some good options there anyway. But yeah, that's good. So what are you thinking of the Solar Auxilia?
It's pretty good.
Yeah, what's your favourite bit about it, do you think? You liking the Malcador? Is that your favourite bit? Is that like Malcador? Oh yeah, it's Malcador. I'd go with that. Maybe the Leman Russ, but you know, I think the Malcador is a nice tank. That is a good model. I could get into that. I could definitely get into that. That's cool. Yeah, I like these. I think they're all right. Personally, if I was going to go for it, I mean, if you're ignoring the fact that there's different game systems like Horus Heresy and 40k, I probably would prefer some of the Imperial Guard range. I prefer the tanks to the current range of Imperial Guard tanks.
You could always just take that tank and use it as the Leman Russ.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm sort of thinking. I mean, maybe just switch out the guy in it and use it in 40k. I think that would be absolutely acceptable.
Well, you could always just not.
What I'm looking forward to is a range refresh for the Catachan Jungle Fighters, who are a range of sort of they look like sort of jungle fighters. So Americans in Vietnam sort of style.
Dad, you could always use that and just paint it in your colours, because that's probably what someone mounting a flamethrower would probably wear.
Yeah, well, very true, very true. You know, I mean, I think
it wouldn't want to accidentally.
You wouldn't want a bit of splashback, would you?
Oh, it get too warm and the face melts off.
Yeah, I think but you could always find another model to replace him with. I think that'd be fun. Or just have a closed lid. You don't have to have anyone up there.
Paint that.
Yeah, but I think this is solid. I think it's a good range. If you're into the Horus Heresy, I'm sure you're going to like this. I like the models for this in Legions Imperialis. I built those the other week, and they look quite nice. So yeah, they're quite cool, I think. Anyway, next up we have...
What do we have next?
These are the Kroot. So you said no, or what these are. So what you were saying, you quite wanted some new releases for the Tau. Not that you really know what the Tau is, I don't think.
No,
but you know.
I just wanted one.
But the Kroot are basically like the ally. They're sort of allied to the Tau. They're basically a race who have been subjugated by the Tau, and so they fight as auxiliary troops for the Tau. But what they are is like these alien guys. So shall we have a bit of a closer look? Basically, what we've got is a box. This is an army box. We haven't had a new Kroot release for a long time, so this is a bit of a range refresh for them. They are part of the Tower range, but they are a bit separate as well, and this is giving them a full range. You could actually put out a full army just of Kroot if you wanted to. So we've got a box that's coming with a new release. So these are what the Kroot look like. They're sort of alien things. What do you think to the Kroot, Matthew? They're meant to be like a bit like...
They look like tribes from Africa.
Well, they are sort of meant to be like tribesmen. So they are like, meant to be like... Doesn't
need to be Africa, does it? Could be anywhere.
Any tribal peoples,
America, or...
But yeah, I think these guys, they're meant to be like sort of native tribe. They're using bows and so on.
Their skull.
Yeah, they've got they're basically, a lot of them are hand-to-hand weapons. I think, and bowmen. So you're very much down that line. So this is some of the guys here. What are you thinking of these guys, Matthew? What do you think? Do you like them?
I don't really like them, to be honest.
No, well, I'll be honest. I can't say I'm a massive fan myself. They're okay. I know there's a lot of people out there who are fans of the Kroot, and fair play to them. I'm really happy they're going to be getting themselves a range. I think that's great. I wouldn't particularly go for them myself. I think they're okay. I quite like them. Not quite for me, I think. I mean, it's just... I think, to be honest, I quite like the look of them as aliens, but it's more the sort of, natives fighting with sort of, native tribesmen sort of aspect to it. I'm
and
not
they've
so keen on.
stolen guns from the other people.
I think they can make their own guns, I think. But I don't know, or the tower would have supplied them with guns, I guess.
Probably, because I don't think some tribesmen will be able to make guns like that.
Well, I don't know. But I like the look of them as the alien species. It's just the sort of the sort of tribesman aesthetic I'm not so keen on. I quite like this guy.
They are riding a big eagle.
Well, I don't think it's an eagle. I think it's a big beastie thing anyway.
By his mouth, it kind of looks like an eagle.
They've all got a bit bird mouth sort of look to them, haven't they?
They have.
Yeah, I like this guy. I think this guy looks really cool. I like that guy.
They're like this.
This guy is the same from the same genetic base as the regular Kroot, but slightly different.
He's an evolved Kroot.
Yeah, so this is a Krootox apparently. So Krootox.
Like how we have horses.
A bit like that, but he's a bit heavier set, isn't he? I like this. I think this is really
He's
cool.
got a big gun on him.
This is the sort of thing where I might just pick up this one model and paint it because I really like that. But I've got a few Kroot writers by the looks of things.
I think that one might supposed to be a kangaroo.
What do you think of the Kroot ridery guys then? What do you think?
He's walking with his hands on that one.
That one,
Look,
yeah.
he's walking.
Well, I think that's it. I think they're all. So I think they come from very similar species to the Kroot, and but they are all sort of evolved to sort of run a bit like animals.
Maybe they're like us. Maybe like you know how we have like gorillas and monkeys.
Yeah.
Well, we were monkey ones, weren't we? So what if they evolved before all these guys, but then these guys eventually evolved, but they evolved differently?
I think that's the exact answer, Matthew, to be honest. I think they are like literally, they've just evolved slightly separately. Or, I don't know, there might be some genetic engineering going on with the tower. I don't know, really.
Maybe. Or maybe these guys, yeah.
Yeah.
They were hurt in battle. And they were very weak, but they didn't want to stop fighting, so their parents asked the Tau if they could do surgery on them to make them big animal type and crawl in battle. And Tau said yeah and did surgery on them, and now they're big beastie people.
No, maybe so. Maybe so.
Evolved one.
Yeah. Anyway, so that's all the Kroots. Do you like the Kroot?
Not a big fan of them.
Not a big fan? No, well, that's fair. I quite like the fact they've had their own range. It's not for me particularly, but I know a lot of people are fans of them, so, that's cool. I'm glad they exist. Next up, we've got some Kill Team stuff. So we've got this new box coming up called Nightmare. So this is a mix of new miniatures for the Drukhari Kill Team and Night Lords, who are Chaos Space Marines, who very specifically come from a night planet, so it's always dark, and they're all brutal killers. And basically every single one of the Night Lords, well, if he was like not on his own, he'd just be a serial killer. So all of them, it's basically an army of serial killers, essentially, or something.
They kill cereal.
Well, that sort of thing. We all like our Weetabix, Matthew. We all like our Weetabix. So we've got this box. So we've
they
got
look
first
like
up the
Space Marines off Wish.
You think? I like these guys. I think these guys are cool. So we've got.
Oh my god.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, I think we've seen some of this with these before. I'm sure we've seen that before. But
Is that Adeptus Mechanicus? Because he's got.
That's what Space Marine looks like when he's been cut up and stuck onto a banner.
So they don't actually have organs if he's got metal inside them.
They have organs,
because
but they are
more like metal than intestines.
They've been adapted, I think. I think he is. Anyway, I think he's a Space Marine. I could be
because
wrong, but I'm pretty sure he is.
Those intestines look a bit more like.
Yeah, well,
metal.
Yeah, I think you're right, but I think they do get adapted to something. I don't know anyway, but I think
he's got a wire.
My feeling was he was a Space Marine.
Look, he's got a wire in his intestines.
Yeah, But what are you thinking of these guys then? Do you like the models? Do you like these?
They're okay.
You think they're
Actually,
okay?
I quite like them, to be honest.
I like guy. He's cool with the hood and the sort of skull mask.
I don't like that one.
You don't like this guy with
weird.
the... I think he's alright. He's alright. Yeah.
I don't like that one either.
With the plasma gun. No, I think it's alright. Is it the not having a helmet thing that you don't
No,
like?
we just don't really
Just
like
don't
it.
like that one. I quite like these. I think they're cool. I think it's good because
I don't like the big gun on him.
there isn't really a separate range for the Night Lords, so I think it's quite good that you can mix these. You know, if someone's painted Night Lord's army, they could mix these ones in with some normal Chaos Space Marines and paint themselves up with a more sort of stylized Night Lord's army. But it's just good. Then we've got these Drukhari guys. So what are
Don't
these?
like
These are
them.
mandrakes.
Don't like them.
You don't like these? You know, I'm not a big Drukhari fan,
That
to be
one
honest.
looks like jelly bean.
Maybe so. Yeah, these. I can't say I'm a massive fan. They're all right.
I don't like
They're
them.
all right. You know, I think sort of witchy, psychic-y things, I guess.
I don't like them.
No. So not very excited for this box. Then you're thinking
No.
it's got some terrain with it as well. So we've got
The
this thing.
terrain's cool. I'll give you
Yeah.
that.
We've got the Kill Team box. I think we're gonna be. And we got the Kill Team core book. I bought that when we were at Warhammer World, so we're gonna be doing a bit of Kill Team. I think at some point. Probably not with this box though. We will need some terrain for it though. But you know, yeah. So not that massively excited by this new box and the Kill Team Nightmare.
No.
No. Okay. Well, next up we've got
Warcry.
Nighthawk and Lumineth engage in elemental battle. This for Warcry. This is some war bands from the Nighthaunt and the Lumineth. The Lumineth are like sort of high elves, basically. Yeah, well, they're like high elves, but they're basically... So these are Nighthawks, so these are like the ghost guys that we've looked at before.
Like him. He looks like jelly bean again.
Yeah. I think he's alright. I think I quite
They all
like
look
him.
like jelly bean.
So is there anything so...
You look like jelly bean.
Yeah. So, I quite like those guys. To be honest, these are just similar to what's the models have been around for ages of these guys. I can't remember. Are these chain rasps? I can't quite remember. They're all right.
They're okay.
They're sufficiently night haunty. These guys. I like these guys. These
I
are
like
cool
them.
with the flame brazier things going on.
Yeah, I like
They're
them.
quite cool. They're all right. I like them. They're okay. They're just. I mean, I like Nighthaunt. And these are very night haunty. They tick all the boxes. They're sufficiently ghosty. You know, they're pretty good. Pretty good. Yeah, they're okay. And then we've got the Lumineth. So these these look like sort of assassin ones. So what are these guys? So warrior monks.
That's a funny knife.
These are warrior monks of the Yidrian temples. Yeah, again, solid like these. They're all right. Yeah, for me, I'm holding off on Lumineth because I was going to get Lumineth because I really loved High Elves back when I used to do Fantasy Battle many years ago, but I sort of felt that
I don't really like them.
I like the High Elves, but so I thought I might get Lumineth because I like the High Elves so much. But I think we're going to be getting back the Fantasy Battle High
I
Elves,
don't
so
like them.
so I might just go for that. To be honest,
I don't really like them.
you're not keen on them. No, so again, you're not that excited for the box. Got some terrain.
No.
You know, that's the thing.
They don't like the terrain.
Yeah, a bit of a warband tomb with it. So I guess that's the rules for them. Not that excited for the new Warcry stuff. No. Okay.
You didn't think I'd like Warcry anyway.
Well,
did
you're
you?
not a massive AOS fan, are you? One day I'll get you converted to it.
You're getting a bit closer, but you're not even 1%.
I think you like what you like of it, don't you? There's some.
I like some of the miniatures, but not very many.
Maybe we'll tempt you with this new. So we've got a new book in the Dawnbringer series. I think it's Dawnbringer 5. I think we're up to.
AOS has funnier miniatures.
So this is like
That's
big
alright.
winged crone. She's like a.
It's alright.
I don't know what is it. What even is she? She's for the.
Oh,
I can't remember what you even call them.
I had ones.
Marathis. Go on, tell me what they are then. Go on.
She's a flying bird.
Oh, yeah, that's yeah. She has these crow things. Yeah, I quite like that.
like it,
That's
though.
all. Yeah, but she's all right. I like the model. Yeah, it's pretty cool.
I don't despise it, but I don't like it.
It looks like a nice model, though. I think I'd be love to paint those wings. I'd enjoy that.
I just don't really like the whole model.
Yeah, so we've got a new Dawnbringers book, so book 5 by the looks of things. Progressing along. So when we did the yearly review, remember we looked at the fact we had a couple of Dawnbringers books.
Yeah.
I've not been following the lore, so I couldn't tell you what the story's all about.
It's about people fighting.
Yeah, so at some point what I'll do is probably there's a YouTube channel called 2 Plus Tough. He summarises all the AOS stories. I'll just watch it on that, to be honest. That'll do me. That's what I usually do.
That'll save you a lot of time.
Yeah, I quite like the model. It's okay. And then we've got a bit of a box that she's in. Yeah, the Daughters of Cain with some bits pieces. No, not into it.
Really like that one.
No, okay, well that's fair enough. You don't have to. Next up, we've got some more AOS. I know you love your AOS. So here we've got Witch Hunters.
Don't like them.
Oh, I like him. These are meant to look like Witch Hunters, I think, off of the...
Ooh, he's got a flintlock.
I wonder if these are the models from Cursed City. No, maybe not. I think these are new ones. But yeah, these are like a band of Witch Hunters.
Go back that way.
That's what looks like what she's doing. Definitely looks like what she's doing. Like a big cat. Big cat. She looks like the sort of lady who'd be keeping a lot of cats as well.
Kitty cat.
Yeah.
Shall we show that kitty cat to Jellybean?
Oh, I like him. He's quite cool.
He'd like Jellybean.
Yeah, a little griffhound. Little pet griffhound. I reckon so. I quite like these. These are cool.
They're alright.
I'd like to paint them at least.
They're alright. He's got flintlocks.
Oh, I like that model.
He's got flintlock
it's a good model,
pistols.
that. I think this could convert to a really, really good Imperial. No, I'm thinking Imperial Guardsman.
Get a
I'm thinking
different
Imperial
head.
Guard Sergeant. Yeah. No, I'd keep the head the same. Just change the guns. Switch out the guns. Give him a different backpack or something. I think that'd be lovely.
I would want a helmet on him.
You want a helmet on him? Imperial Guard tend to not be helmeted though.
Yeah, I know. Some do.
No, fair enough. There we go. So I quite like these guys. These are quite cool, I think. Kitty cat. He's not got much hair, has he? She's not looking after that cat.
That kitty cat's got mould on it.
If I was Sigma, I'd probably be calling him my the Sigma RSPCA, so the SSCP.
Ring, ring, ring.
Animal control to have a little word.
She's abusing the cat.
Yeah, that cat is not a healthy cat.
It's mouldy.
Yeah, I think we'd have to do something with that. But there we go. And these are all guys from a book as well, so they're all based on the book, which is also getting released.
But yeah, I don't think that cat's very healthy.
No, he's not having a great time with it, is he?
And we're on the last one.
Last one, we've got some
Creed.
Yeah, we've got no, these are Warhammer Underworld.
So why is it called Death Gorge?
It's not. It doesn't say anything about Death Gorge Krieg.
What's that then?
Death Gorge.
That's
what it's called.
The same thing.
So we've got
actually.
What we've got here. So we've got some.
Like her.
Don't like wizard or something. Oh, blimey! Look at Stave in with a spine sticking out.
He's a Tyrannosaurus. No, go back that way.
Yeah.
He's a Spinosaurus.
You can just he does look a bit like it, doesn't he? But there we go. So that's the LVO reveals, Matthew.
I expected it to be longer.
Did you? Well, so what do you think? What was your favourite of all the things? So remember we had the new Solar Auxilia.
I think at that tank I said for the Solar Auxilia.
The Malcador. So the thing you're most excited for is the new Malcador tank.
Yeah.
Shall we go and have another look at the Malcador? There he is. That's the Malcador.
All I would do is get that off it, and then I'd like it.
I don't think you have to build it with that, so I think you'd be fine. I think I prefer the Leman Russ to the Malcador, but not by much.
But also, this looks a bit dangerous, doesn't it? An oil tank on the back.
Well, they always do stuff
what
like that.
What if that gets shot and it explodes?
Well, I think the idea is you face onto the enemy, so you're going forward, so they're shooting from this way.
But what if it gets flanked by a single soldier? Oh, wait.
Well, they'd probably be in... Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I think the point is, don't get yourself flanked. I think that's the key thing.
What happens is someone is like... So the tank's there. Someone goes like this, where that gun couldn't shoot it. Boom!
Maybe. Well, maybe so. There we go. Anyway, so that's your favourite is the Magdalene. Maybe the same for me, but I like the Leman Russ as well. So I think definitely the tanks off of the Solar Auxilia are our favourites. I think that's the thing. Anyway, that was good, wasn't it? We're liking them. We're excited for them. We'll probably talk about them again when they actually go up for pre-order. Right. Anyway, so that was good, wasn't it? So what have we got to say to the viewers?
I like tanks.
You like tanks. Well, I like tanks too, though. Tanks are good. Tanks are good.
I want to go to a tank museum.
Also, we want to say, don't forget to like and subscribe.
Oh, yeah, don't forget to do that.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, bye.
Bye.